So let's move on to the next question, guys. In this question, we are given that there is a committee that we have to choose of 3 people from 4 married couples, right? So in total, there are 4 married couples, which means there are 8 people in total, and we have to choose a committee of 3 people, right? Now that it's given that the number of different committees that can be chosen if 2 people who are married cannot be on the same committee. So we have to find out that if 2 people who are married cannot be in the same committee, then how many different committees are possible, right? So firstly, we know that there are 4 different couples, right? So let's assume the first couple is A1, A2, the second couple is B1, B2, the third couple is C1, C2, and the fourth couple is D1, D2, right? So these are 4 different couples which are there, right? So, okay, now tell me one thing. What are the total number of ways in which 3 people can be chosen? Because we know that total people are how many? Total people is equals to, because there are 4 couples, right? So 4 into 2, 8. So there are 8 people overall. So total people is equals to 8, and we have to choose 3 people, right? Committee of 3 people. So we have to choose 3 people. So basically, we have to choose 3 people. So how many different ways are possible of choosing any 3 people? So different ways will be 8C3, right? So basically, what is 8C3? 8C3 are the total ways possible in which 3 people can be chosen from 8 people, right? Now it can be, if the couples are together, they're not couple, basically the entire possible scenario, right? So this is 8C3. Now tell me one thing, we have to find out the number of different committees in which the couple are not in the same committee, right? So again, in such questions, what we do is that we take the opposite. So now let's assume that the couples are in the same committee, right? So if the couple is in the same committee, then how many cases are possible? Let's talk about that. So for example, if I talk about the first case, right? So the first case can be where, for example, the A1 and the A2 couple are together. So let's say A1, A2, these 2 people are together, right? Now the committee is of 3 persons, right? So there is one more person left. Now tell me one thing, how many different ways are there in which this third person can be filled? Obviously, there are 8 people in total. The committee is of 3 people, right? The committee is of 3 people. There are 8 people in total. We have already filled 2 people. So how many options do we have left for the third place? We have 6 options left, right? Because 8 minus 2, 6. So for the third place, we have basically 6 options left with us, right? So how many total ways are there? Total ways is 1 into 1 into 6. Because this is one person, A1 is one person, A2 is one person, B1 is one person, B2 is one person, and so on. So obviously, in this case, we have taken that A1 and A2 couples are together, right? So 1 into 1 into 6, which is 6. I hope this makes sense. Similarly, a second case is possible where, for example, B1 and B2 people are together, like B1 and B2 couple is together. So there are 3 people in the committee, 2 people are B1 and B2. So obviously, for the third place, again there are 6 options left, right? Because total are 8 and we have taken 2 already, so 6 options are left. So this also becomes 1 into 1 into 6, which is equals to 6, right? Similarly, for the third case, we have C1, C2. So if C1 and C2 are together, right? So if C1 and C2 are together, so obviously how many people are left with us? 8 minus 2, 6. So this is 6, this is again 6. And the fourth and the last case is D1, D2 and 6. So this is also 6. So in total, 6, 6, 6, 6, 24. Right. So basically, 24 is the possible answer where the couple are in the same committee. For example, A1, A2, they are together, B1, B2, they are together, C1, C2, they are together, D1, D2, they are together. So 24 are the total ways in which 2 couples can be in the same committee. But we had to find out that the couples who are married cannot be on the same committee. So what we do in that case, we take the overall answer, which are the total possible options and we subtract it with this. So we will get the couples and the ways in which the couples are not in the same committee, right? So this becomes 8C3 minus 24, right? So this becomes the final answer. So what is 8C3? 8C3 is 8 into 7 into 6 upon 3 into 2, which is 7 8 is 56. 56. So this becomes 56 minus 24. So that is equals to 32. So 32 becomes your final answer. So 32 different committees are there in which two people who are not married cannot be on the same committee. In which two people who are married cannot be on the same committee. So your answer becomes 32. So we took out the overall total possible cases and we subtract the cases in which the couples are together. So we will get the cases in which the couples are not together. So I hope not tough at all. This should be pretty clear.